royal fans out there like me, I'm sure you often wonder what happens to all of the things that of course people pick up along the way. And when I say pick up, gifts, we always see, don't we, ladies in waiting and gentlemen as well now, passing along the flowers that have been so kindly generated and donated, of course, by people who they meet the royals doing the sort of walkabouts and stuff like that. And when you think about it now, that really, it's an interesting story, this, in fact, because Princess Anne made a comment that has actually declined in some respects, because a lot of people now are too busy taking pictures and filming the event. And not that she's complaining about the flowers, but she said, there's less focus on that because people are going, I need to film you, I need to get the picture. And as we know, Princess Anne basically said, live in the moment, do not just think you have to film every single thing. You could watch it at some point on the news. And she has a point, doesn't she? But of course, other big royal features are things like items that have belonged to senior royals over the years. And when you think about it, thanks to her long reign, Queen Elizabeth II left behind so many things, did she not? We all kind of pondered, didn't we, for years, what was in the handbag. And then we found out, really, the Platinum Jubilee, she snapped it open, on came the lippy. Expertly applied, ladies, without any mirror. That's years of practice, I'm told. But what I find fascinating now is that when it's in the more modern era, cast your mind back to 2016, this was a controversial visit, some people said, by the then President of the United States, Barack Obama. And what was interesting here was, if you recall, Michelle Obama, the First Lady, well, she made the ultimate faux pas, didn't she? She put her hand on the back, the lower back of Her Majesty the Queen. And as we now know, of course, Barack Obama pointed out in his book that everybody was slightly, shall we say, when the Queen suggested we all climb in the car because the Duke of Edinburgh was going to be driving back through Windsor. Apparently a bit of a notorious driver. But now you literally could have a slice of history, because that particular car is now going up for sale. Now, all you need to do is just check your purse. Let me explain. That's right, the late Queen Elizabeth II's car that was used to pick up the US President Obama is selling, yes, get the notice of this, for £224,850. The dark blue Range Rover was used during the state visit by the former US President and his wife Michelle in April 2016. Now, I know a lot of people will want to know, well, why are they selling that off? Wouldn't it be part of, the heritage, etc.? Well, no, cars, as we all know, they're trying to be a little bit more greener. And as we've seen recently, of course, His Majesty the King has had to downsize stables and things like that. It's all cost cutting. And we wouldn't keep a car if we weren't using it that much, would we? Because it's attached to the most famous woman in the world. A lot of people, particularly over here with this story, said, oh, it's dreadful. It's a part of history, and history moves on. As we famously saw when the Royal Yacht Britannia was decommissioned, Her Majesty the Queen shed a tear because, as she pointed out, she'd had so many happy memories aboard that vessel. But as she also pointed out, time moves on, things move on. And more importantly for her, she wouldn't be too sad about this particular part of history moving on to somewhere new, just as long as we don't forget her. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.